Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Today is, July the 28th. Oh, where's time going? So welcome. My name is Sharon Davies. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Greatly appreciated. I'm hoping you all had a good evening last night. I did because I went to the pool yesterday. Sat down and read my book. I'm reading the Regime Change. Quite an interesting book, but anyway. So this week we're working on the Violet Dream Suite. So a suite includes designer series paper, stamp, dies, embellishments, ribbon. I think that's what I have covered. Yeah. So if this is your first time, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. If you've been here before, just comment saying hi, I'm back. If you're watching the replay, if you could do hashtag, you have to do the hashtag replay, because then it goes into a file and then other people will actually see it. So I would really appreciate that. So it's after 9, so let's get started. I'm just going to flip you around and we're just going to show you what we did yesterday. And so this is the card that we did yesterday, and this is the designer series paper that we're using. We're only using the stamp set. Maybe next week, Thursday and Friday, we'll use the dies. So this is the designer series paper. So today I'm going to be using this one here. Give you a description of what we're going to use. So if you're crafting along, love it, love it, love it. Just make sure that you go and post your image, your projects in the feed. It would be greatly appreciated. I'll start a new feed. I'll post the card and then I'll get you guys to do that, because this video does delete after 30 days. So let's refresh your memory, we'll bring in the stamp set and the dies. And I'm going to still use the same stamp set that I used yesterday. Because it would work great with this card, actually. And then we have the embellishments. And we have this gorgeous ribbon. So I got a little bit of ribbon. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. So in the video, I suggested that you get a piece of designer series paper that's 6 by 6. I didn't even suggest this, but make sure that you like both sides, because we're going to do both sides on this one. I have a piece of cardstock that's 8.5 by 5.5, fold and scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of basic white that's actually going to go into the inside of the card. And then I have my first layer that is the designer series paper is going to sit on, and then we're going to sit it on that. And then we have an envelope. And I'll show you what we're going to do with that. And I did have a strip. I don't think I put that in there. A strip for the actual sentiment. I don't think I put that in there. But this is a 3/4 of an inch by 4, but it will obviously be cut down. Okay, so let's just put all this to the side for now. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our trimmer. Okay, so there's a little extra. So now you have to watch your pattern, because this top piece that we're going to cut off, that's the piece that's going to sit on to your envelope right there. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to cut off 2 1/4 inches off the top. So 2 1/4 inches, so that's the first long line after the 2. So we're going to trim that off. Now this piece here is the piece that's going to be sitting, excuse me, on our envelope. Or you could do either side. Mine is either side. So I think I'm going to keep it like this, because I like things to be busy. Okay, so that's that right there. Now I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm going to cut it down to 5 1/4. And I think I messed this up. Anyway, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, where's my card base? Yeah, so this is going to sit on here like this, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 3/4 of an inch off 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So now this piece is going to sit onto here like this, and these guys are going to fit. I'm going to cut these a little bit shorter. I think I'm going to cut these to half an inch instead of 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, so I'm going to do this one right here. So I think it's going to be just too compact. Yeah, so cut them down to half an inch. Now, if your paper designer series paper is going this way, then I would cut it down. Yeah, so this should be 3 3/4. I'm going to cut this down 3/4. Yeah, there we go. And this is going to go this way like this on to this extra piece. I cut, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then these guys are going to sit right here like that. So I'm going to glue these down. You just want to make sure that your edges are the same width all the way across. And I'm going to put the first one on. And then I'm going to put the last one on. The reason why I do this is I want to make sure there's equal room in between. Oh, this one's not straight. Oops, add some more glue onto that. And that's what I like about my Tombow glue is I can lift it up. A little hint too, if you don't push down on it right away, it doesn't actually stick until you actually push it down. So until you are ready, there we go. Okay, so there we have on that piece. Now we are going to adhere this piece onto your card base. And you notice I did not use dimensionals, but I will on this one here. Dimensionals. Oops, I dropped that. Oh no. There we go. And then this piece is going to sit onto here. Oops. that. We're going to take this piece here. We have an extra piece, so I'm just going to just add it to the side. I'm going to do it on the onto the left hand side. So basically out of that 6x6 paper where there's hardly any pieces left over. And then this piece here is going to be adhered to the inside of the card. And we will add this like that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that to the side right now. We're going to grab this piece right here. Now you can do either this side, either side of your designer series paper. I think I'm going to do this side. And what you're going to do is just run glue around the flap of the envelope. And we are going to add this piece. And I like to do it this way. That way I know it's going to be at the top. And then, look how tight that is. Okay, so I'm going to just put this to the side for now. Put that like that. I keep losing my lid to my glue. Okay, so now I'm going to use the same. I'm going to use the same ink and the same sentiment. This says, "I appreciate you," and we're gonna. And I did this on Barely Blush, and it's 3/4 of an inch, like I've said by 4. But I'm gonna trim it down a bit because I'm gonna put it onto here. But I'm gonna put a ribbon on the end. But before I do that, I'm just gonna just do a little flag. Oops, a little flag, just a tiny one. So I'm going to go up the center and from corner to corner, there. It comes out every time for me, every time I do that. I'm going to add that right there, like that. It's going to take probably about 1/2 inch off the end, just like that, and grab my dimensionals. So like I said, if you're watching the replay, you need to do hashtag. I don't know if you can see that. And then tap in replay. And I'll be able to stop and say hi to you and thank you for watching. Really appreciate any comments. I try to acknowledge. So if you do comment, I will do my best to acknowledge. I think I try and get most of them done. Then I'm just going to take some ribbon, and we're just going to just tie. Oops. That might be too small. Oh, there we go. I think that might be a little bit better. Today's laundry day. Oh, I hate laundry. I hate doing laundry. If I'm in the mood to cook, I'm okay, but if I'm not, my husband cooks, and that usually means takeout. Okay, so this, oops, is going to go on right there, like that. I'm going to put it, I think I might put a embellishment there. Let's just pull out these embellishments and see if they will, how they'll, we'll just see. We will add, okay, I'm just looking for my glue dots, and they're on the table. think I should have cut this just a wee bit shorter. I'm just going to just add this to the back side. I think I have. I'm just going to just snip this off a bit. There we go. And then I'm going to add my ribbon. And I think I'm going to add, which one? Ooh. See, with these ones, you only need one. I don't think you need more than one on a card. I think the last one I did 3, and I think it was just a little too much. Ooh. Add this one right here, like that. Oh, maybe I'll add a couple more. Right there. Looks like, oh, there it is. One did pop off. That right there. And let's do another one. And we'll put it right there, so you don't even really notice it. So we got all 3 colors on there, even though I said it doesn't need 3, but I guess it does. I just lost a gem. I'm going to have to put that one back in. So there we have it. Oops. Before we leave, I'm just going to just cut around the flap. Just like that. So look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So there we have card and number 2. And you know what? Maybe I'll do another card on Thursday. And we'll put the instructions. So you guys, if you guys want to craft along, you're more than welcome to. And then you have them right there. I'm going to have to fix this. This is going to drive me crazy. So there we have it. Card number 1 and card number 2. So I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you need supplies, I'd love to help you out. I am a Canadian demonstrator, so unfortunately I only can sell, not unfortunately, I can only sell to Canadians. But if you need to order, I can help you set you up with a demonstrator from the States. So I want to thank you so much for joining me. Greatly appreciate it. Again, if you're watching the replay, hashtag replay would be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. And I shall see you on Thursday. See ya. Bye.